Hi, it's Rob Sabin from Home Theater Magazine. I'm here with Rob Sample from Anthem Electronics, and we're going to talk today about the M1 digital amplifier. Now, Rob, we all know what the challenges have been in terms of getting good audiophile quality sound out of a digital amplifier.
Well, let me just say one thing, Rob. It's not a digital amp. It's a pulse mode switching power supply amplifier. It's common to think that a Class D amplifier is digital, thinking D stands for digital. It was literally just the next letter in line when they've developed the amp.
Right.
So it's a switching power supply. It's an AB amp with a switching power supply, but nonetheless, those problems exist.
Well, it's been a while since we've actually heard a good one. So how does Anthem make this one sound good?
Well, it was 4 or 5 years of our own proprietary work in our advanced research center up in Ottawa. The team up there has been working for a long time. It was the availability of some key parts that made this amplifier possible.
Mm-hmm. Is that switching devices, fast switching devices?
Fast switching devices, the kind of output transistors that we needed. We are not using any off-the-shelf module, so to speak. There's no ICE or Razer or any of those other off-the-shelf modules. Even some of the most expensive Class D amplifiers out there at the heart have a little turnkey module, and that's part of the problem. What we've done, if I may use this as an illustration,
Please.
I just happen to have a 1,000-watt amplifier under my arm here. It's a little over 20 pounds, and that's part of the beauty. Our design goal was to get this much power in one rack space. So that's a kilowatt right there. Now, the production version does not have this plexiglass top on it, of course, but this is just for the show, so to show people. But everything in here is proprietary. There's nothing off the shelf in here. Every circuit was designed by our team, and we've overcome all the common issues that most people associate with Class D amplifiers. The glassy, thin sound, the inability to drive deep bass, the noise structure. All of these have been overcome. There's a lengthy 8-page white paper that's on our website that for the techno people that really want to get into it and find out what we've done. For instance, the power supply switches at 400 kilohertz, which is very high. But there's a lot of isolation techniques, separate ground planes, all kinds of technical things that we won't go into right now that have lowered the noise floor, allowed us to get this much power without noise, and that's a big breakthrough.
Okay, so real quick, what's the benefit for the consumer of having an amplifier like this as opposed to a conventional amplifier?
Well, there are numerous. Theoretically, they're light. Even 25 pounds gets to be heavy after a while. It's one rack space large, so you can have a number of these amplifiers and not take up a whole lot of rack space. Don't forget, this is 1,000 watts into 8 ohms, 2,000 watts into 4 ohms, and 2,400 watts into 3 ohms all day long. It stops at 2,400 watts because your wall outlet can't give you any more power.
Wow, that is a lot of power.
It is a lot of power, and the benefit to the musical and home theater experience is virtually unlimited dynamic range. You will, if your speakers can handle the power, you will hear detail and subtlety in loud presentations that you have never heard before. So those quick explosions or those quick musical bursts will now have a level of detail and clarity that they never had before.
Fantastic. Availability and price?
They are available now as we speak. Rush out and get yourself a set. And they are $34.99 each.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rob.